What if I told you there's one hidden habit stealing your strength, fogging your mind, and robbing you of the purpose God created you for? A habit so common, most men don't even question it anymore. You wake up tired, you feel distracted, you try to focus, but something deep inside feels off, like your energy is being drained from the inside out. But what if the secret to mental clarity, masculine power, and spiritual freedom has been in front of you this whole time? Stay with me, because once you understand this, you'll never look at this habit the same way again. Let's be honest, this isn't something people like to talk about. You've probably told yourself, everyone does it. You've heard it's normal, harmless, even healthy. But if it's so harmless, why do you feel weaker afterward? Why do motivation, confidence, and self-respect fade every time you give in? Deep down, you know something isn't right, and science agrees. Each time you indulge in this habit, your brain floods with dopamine, the same chemical that drives addiction. Over time, your mind becomes hooked not on progress or purpose, but on temporary pleasure. And the pleasure becomes your prison. See, the problem isn't pleasure itself, it's what happens when you chase it without discipline. Your brain learns to expect rewards without work. That's why you feel tired, even after resting, unmotivated, even after rewarding yourself. Your body was never meant to waste its creative energy in exchange for momentary satisfaction. That energy was designed for creation, for leadership, for building. When you release it carelessly, you're trading long-term strength for seconds of escape. The world calls it freedom, but in reality, it's a quiet kind of slavery. Long before psychology gave it a name, wise men understood this truth. They knew that a man's ability to master his desires determined his destiny. Roman philosophers spoke of self-control as the root of freedom, but long before Rome, Scripture said it first. Like a city broken into and left without walls is a man who lacks self-control. Proverbs 25:28. When you lose control of your impulses, your inner defenses crumble. The enemy doesn't need to destroy you, he just needs to distract you. And that's exactly what this habit does. It steals your strength not through violence, but through consumption. We live in a world built to feed that weakness. Instant pleasure, infinite access, constant stimulation. It's not an accident, it's a design. You're surrounded by algorithms built to exploit your impulses. They profit off your attention. They feed your eyes to starve your soul. And every time you click, scroll, or give in, you're not just losing energy, you're surrendering authority. Because the one thing stronger than lust is purpose, and the world wants you too distracted to ever find it. So how do you break free? How do you reclaim the strength that's been leaking away piece by piece? It starts with understanding 3 spiritual and psychological laws, what I call the Triad of Reclamation. 1. Awareness. See the trap. You cannot defeat what you refuse to acknowledge. Bring the habit into the light. Confession isn't weakness, it's warfare. Every time you admit the truth before God, the darkness loses its grip. 2. Redirection. Rebuild the pathways. Don't just stop the habit. Replace it. Every urge is raw power waiting for direction. Use it to build your body, strengthen your mind, or chase a mission bigger than yourself. Replace release with creation. Write, build, train, lead. 3rd, renewal. Reconnect with God. This battle isn't only chemical, it's spiritual. You're not just fighting temptation, you're fighting for identity, and your identity is not found in shame, but in grace. You were never designed to be ruled by your desires. You were created to rule over them. From a Christian psychological lens, this is deeper than habit. It's conditioning. You've trained your brain to equate pleasure with escape, but true healing happens when you retrain it to equate pleasure with purpose. Romans 12:2 says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That means this: you don't just stop sin, you reprogram your thoughts through God's truth. You learn to delay gratification, not out of guilt, but out of greatness. Because every time you say no to temptation, you're saying yes to destiny. You're telling your brain, my reward isn't in the moment, it's in the mission. Imagine this: you wake up each morning with energy that doesn't fade. Your focus sharpens, your voice deepens, not just in tone, but in conviction. You stop chasing approval and start carrying presence. You begin to notice something incredible. You're not drained anymore. You're driven. That same energy that once enslaved you now fuels your goals, your prayer life, your relationships. Your confidence grows, not from pride, but from power under control. The essence of godly masculinity. That's not superstition. That's spiritual alignment. When your body, mind, and spirit walk in obedience, strength becomes effortless. So here's the truth. The battle for your future isn't fought in public. It's fought in private. It's not about shame. It's about stewardship. You've been entrusted with life's most sacred energy, the power to create. Use it wisely. Guard it fiercely. Because no man ever found purpose in pleasure, but many have found pleasure in purpose. The question now is simple. Will you keep feeding the habit that weakens you, or will you rise, rebuild, and reclaim what God designed you to become? If you're ready to walk in true freedom, mental, spiritual, and masculine, make sure you subscribe for more truth like this. Your journey to self-mastery starts now.